I first want to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Dr. McIntyre, Minister of Finance, and also our own Minister, Honorable Roland Roy, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy. I also want to acknowledge Kian Stevenson, Technical Officer of Extension. We also have in our presence here this afternoon Kevin Stevenson, the PIO Manager, and Sean of the PIO as well. This signifies the government's commitment to the agricultural sector. It is a brief and short ceremony, but significant in itself, in that we are building capacity of the extension officers. And it's important for the extension officers to have that capacity to service the agricultural region and by extension the farmers.
As technical officer of extension is something that has been long awaited. One of the biggest challenges for field officers is really going out into the far districts where the farmers farm and really getting out there. Often farmers say it's not just the farmers on the main road we have to visit, but the farmers in the out districts, those high up in the hills, those where normally the farm access roads are a bit challenging. So having these 4x4 vehicles come in very handy in the extension officer in their farmer outreach. And I know the extension officers look forward in this. And I know coming with these vehicles also, we have coming some data devices, tablets and computers, and so that will also strengthen the extension officers' capacity in reaching out there, servicing the farmers, servicing the agricultural community, and really getting the information and the service and that kind of farmer extension relationship that we really need to build back. So we look forward to these vehicles going out into the regions, the extension officers taking good care of them, and also just reaching out to the farming community in a positive way. Thank you very much.
Today is a very, very good day for me in that way. When we had our first meeting with the extension officers, when I was assigned to the Ministry of Agriculture, extension mobility was one of the main concerns expressed at that meeting, along with the appointment of officers. Today being the 8th of July, 2024, just a year over that we have in that meeting, we were able to deliver at least on 2 of these promises that were made at that meeting at that time. One being the procurement of vehicles, which cost around 400,000 EC dollars. That was funded through one of our World Bank program under the third component, right? And I must say that component is a loan. Many times when persons hear World Bank project, they believe like everything is World Bank money. But I must reemphasize that is a loan that was procured by government, and is that we have to pay it back at some point. And the government saw it fit to make that investment in extension, because we know that the issue of food security is real. And extension is the main conduit and the main champions being ensuring that our farmers produce the quality of produce that we need. First for national food security, and of course for markets, as we look at increasing our contribution to GDP. As a former extensionist myself, I know the importance of having a vehicle. Some may say that extension officers get mileage. Yes, some of them do qualify for mileage, but the amount of mileage they get per month is not sufficient to run an entire district. I've been in it, I've done it, so I know the constraints that they're facing. Added to that, we have officers that are not qualified for mileage in certain districts. So they are not able to procure a vehicle and to use it to go and visit the farmers. So having said all that, the justification for procuring the vehicles for the farmers, I'm saying for the farmers particularly because it's for the farmers, so that extension can get to them, is very well justified, and I think that is money well spent. So I just want to thank the Ministry of Finance for approving our request, and the PIU for working steadfastly on ensuring that all the procurement activities were done on time for us to be here today. I just want to tell you the extension that please have your guys treat the vehicle like it's their vehicle. It's not, even though you're serving farmers and you're in feeder roads and in mud, but keep the vehicle clean, have it maintained, have it serviced on time, and just take care of it, because, you know, in period of scarce resources, you see the extra effort that we made to procure and to provide you with the vehicles for the extension officers to do the work. So hoping that will translate into increased productivity. I know the guys are working very, very hard. We hope that the extension presence now will be more on the field. But just to underscore, that's the level of investment that the government is making. Just to add before I close, in addition to the purchase of the vehicles, one of the requests extension made was the appointment of officers. That was a issue that we faced with. Honestly, it got some guys really demotivated. But since that famous meeting, we were able to appoint 25 officers within the Ministry of Agriculture, including a few fisheries officers. Some of them will hide and don't say anything extra, but the records will show that. And some officers got the opportunity to act at higher levels as well, as we look to encourage them, build the capacity, and give them all what is needed so that they could deliver for us on the field. So with that, I want to thank you again. And Kian, I hope that your guys take good care of the vehicle, and we're looking forward to increased productivity on farm, and of course the delivery of extension services to the farmers. Thank you.
I must say it's a good day today, not just for the Extension Department or the Ministry of Agriculture, but the entire government and the country on a whole. Because if you ask me about money well spent, this is definitely money well spent, as the Minister said. As you know, we would love agriculture to contribute 700 million of the GDP by 2030. And besides agriculture, there are other productive sectors that have to be part of the whole economic agenda that we have for the country. But agriculture is just one of them, and this is just one of the things as part of the puzzle, just a little piece part of the puzzle, which is the vehicles for the extension staff, so that they can just get out to their farmers, extend all the information, and then the farmers can get in contact with their extension officers, so we can see a better picture for agriculture. And that's just part of the puzzle, because as you must have recognized that some time back we did commission the Agricultural Science Building in Portsmouth. It's part of the whole schedule to get agriculture to contribute 700 million of the GDP by 2030, and let alone all the money that's been spent on the feeder road. So it's a holistic approach to the development of the whole agricultural sector, and that's just one part of it. And I'm just so happy that I could be part of it. As your minister did mention, it's a loan from the World Bank, which the government will be paying back, and but it's money well spent. So from that point of view, when we look at what we're going to reap from this, the benefits from this, I think this is an excellent investment into extension and for agriculture in general. And obviously, let alone the productivity part and the economics of it all, is a matter of our food security as well. So there are many different areas that we are dealing with by just these simple vehicles that you're saying. So it's really not just, you cannot just see it as an isolated thing of us getting vehicles, but it's the extension part attached to it, and the whole bigger picture of what agriculture is going to, the whole impact is going to have on the agricultural sector and the country in a whole. So I think it's a really great day for us. As the minister did said, we have to cherish these vehicles, we have to take care of these vehicles in these times of limited resources. But I think if we use them well, we can definitely experience the shared prosperity that we want to get from agriculture in Dominica. Thank you very much.